Hello, everybody, and welcome to Problem Solve Her, a fun, innovative, informative, inspiring, empowering podcast for women and, of course, men of all ages. I'm your co-host, Chloe, along with my girl,
Dagmar.
Dagalicious is in the house. Instead of delicious, Dagalicious.
I
Did you
love it.
notice I said my name the real way? Because Chloe actually means forever blooming in Latin. It's a French word,
Oh,
Chloe.
pretty.
Yes, Chloe is here.
That's
Yeah.
good for you. My name has no meaning. It's just from Belgian princess in 1800, and then German and American actresses had my name. So really no meaning.
But that's cool. What do you mean? You just said princesses. You are a princess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Principessa in Italian. I like to know a lot of words in different languages. I don't have to be fluent in one language. I just want to know 10 to 15 words in each language that will get me by.
Yeah. I
Right?
speak pure.
We would like to take this moment to thank our sponsors. Bronzea is a mobile spray tanner which can be done in the comfort of your own home. Founded by Gina, an experienced beauty professional with a cosmetology license of over 9 years. Bronzea was birthed by name and cross-pollinated from Bronze and Dea, meaning goddess in Italian. Gina really missed giving women that inner confidence and glow one spray at a time. So, are you ready to unlock your inner Bronzea and allow Gina to make you feel fabulous before meeting a family affair, maybe a night out with your significant others, or maybe it's ladies' night? So, please go to Bronzea Spray Tans at Instagram and use promo code ProblemSolvHer, no E on solve, for the month of September.
You speak what?
P-U-R.
Oh, purr. Oh, that's kitty like. Oh, you speak. Oh, that's good. I like it. I like it. My Hebrew is a little, Baruch Hashem, Mani Shema, Kol Besedek, Ken, Lo, Sheni Lamedala. Oh, wait, that's Yiddish. I'm going back and forth. But Dagmar, today we're going to talk about something in Spanish. My little cute little blondie, Oliver, and your kitties. And what's the topic today?
So in German is verbesserte Lebensqualität für unsere Tiere. And in English is increased life quality.
Okay. I would like to learn how to say that in German, but we don't have time for that today. But it sounded good. Fruitenfragen. Yeah, yeah. My parents had a very close friend. I loved her, dear friend from Hamburg. Growing up in Jamaica, she would come to the house and she would stay with us. And the landline would ring off the hook. And all I would hear all day with she's so nutty. I really miss her. She had Barbara Doll, her name, God rest her soul. She passed away last year. She was a leading gynecologist, a very forward-thinking gynecologist, and really used a lot of natural resources and medicines in Hamburg. And anyway, the phone would ring, Barbara, phone. My mom would say, oh, me? No, the other Barbara, because, my mom's Barbara too. Yeah. All I would hear all day. My dad goes, is she like conducting meetings? My phone's, at that time there was a busy signal. There was no, call waiting, and she had all the calls. So yeah, to get started. And we know that this is a really hot topic because we've seen when we did, having a pet and in your 40s. You said midlife, I'm saying in my 40s, and what that does to the quality of life. And then when we had Jeff on from Palm Beach Dog Academy.
We would like to take a moment in this episode to thank our sponsors. Palm Beach Dog Academy is located right here in the heart of sunny South Florida. Founded by Jeff Nelson, who did his training at the Harvard of Dog Training Academies at the Tom Rose School in Missouri. I can say firsthand that Jeff not only has the credentials and the experience, he knows how to train dogs properly. He trained my beloved Oscar, our furry favorite guy who lived till 19 years of age. For more information about Jeff's packages and his academy, please visit palmbeachdogacademy.com.
We're seeing, through the numbers, through our shorts and through Apple and Spotify that people are really intrigued because, you know what, Dag, this is a good question. While I'm speaking, maybe you can look this up. What percentage of Americans have a cat or a dog? What percentage? I'm going to say it's over 65, but maybe I'm wrong. So we all know that Oliver's my son. I talk about him a lot on the program. And what he does for my quality of life and the longevity I know that it's going to bring for me is I can't put a quantifiable number on it. So for instance, we do know that sleeping at night, just having that warm body / furry friend there next to you who doesn't talk back, who doesn't snore on me, and who doesn't take up the bed, okay, as opposed to what a boyfriend or a husband would do. I sleep so well. I hate getting up, and I've talked about this a lot on here at 6:45, 7 a.m. with him. When I've been out the night before, or I'm up watching a movie till 12:30, or you and I are emailing about or texting about our fabulous podcast. But he comes with those kisses, and I'm like, I just gained 5 years by that, him doing that. And I think it's important because it brings the stress and the anxiety down. It's unconditional love, right? They don't have to actually talk, but his new dog sitter said to me when I just got back from New York, which I thought was interesting, was Oliver's an excellent communicator. He doesn't speak, but it's true. He lets you know when he's hungry, when he wants to go out to the bathroom, when he wants to be cuddled, when he wants to be left alone. So for me, the quality of life and the living longer longevity period, I don't mean to be redundant, but that for me is massive. And then just the love he gives is like, he's sleeping on my feet right now.
Yeah, without any question, let me share the data. So Google AI overview says approximately 70% of American households have at least one pet, with dogs and cats being the most common. Specific figures for dog only and cat only ownership vary by year and survey, but generally a larger portion of households have dogs than cats. And key statistics on dog and cat ownership: overall pet ownership 70%, what I just said, and dog ownership is around 45.5% in US households owned dogs in 2024, according to the American Veterinary Medical Association, AVMA. And cat ownership is about 32.1% of US households owned cats in 2024, based on the same AVMA data.
I love it. So I was close. I said 65, so 70. Well, that tells you that that's great to have those statistics, because for the 30% of you out there that don't have a dog or a kitty, you need to get on that. And I really encourage people, and I'm not saying I would have changed anything of how I got Oliver, how I acquired him, how much I paid for him. There's a lot of money. There are so many dogs and cats. My friend rescued a cat recently. The cat was just coming around because she has another cat and just kept showing up. And she's like, okay, this is my cat now. Brought her to the vet. And now Juicy is her cat. So the moral of the story is there are cats and dogs every single day that are in shelters, or unfortunately they've run away. I had a neighbor of mine who lives in the building next to me. About 4 months ago, I see her, all the dog moms and dads talk on the street. She's with her dog, her 17-year-old dog. And I see a new dog. And I said, hey, girl, she said, I found this dog. We knew it was a poodle mix. I found this dog when I was leaving work in Miami. True story. And it was one of those afternoon showers that we have here in South Florida, where it's beautiful skies and then boom, the thunder, the lightning, the rain. And she's leaving work and she goes to this residential neighborhood because it was flooded on the main street. And she sees this dog running around like aimlessly, obviously lost. Okay. Whether it ran away from the house because it didn't like its environment, or it was just lost and couldn't find its way home. And something inside her said, I have to take this dog and I have to bring this dog into my car. So she brings the dog in her car. Mind you, it's torrential downpouring. She starts pulling up in driveways, just like in a 5-block radius in there, knocking on doors. This dog, no, never seen, no. Okay. So she says, I have to take this dog home. It's my duty as a dog mom to take this dog home. Brings the dog home. Next day, she goes on all the Facebook websites for dogs, what goes back in the neighborhood, puts signs up. I mean, she did everything. Brings the dog to the vet. You know, they have chips. A lot of dogs and cats have the chips. The dog was chipped, but they never took the next step. They just know it was chipped in Canada and they don't have. Yeah, no updated information, was chipped in Canada. I said, okay, a lot of Canadians have houses here in the winter. We know that. She doesn't know what to do. And I run into her again and I said, listen, your dog is 17. I mean, wouldn't it be nice to have, the vet thinks maybe the dog's around 2, which kind of seemed right. Really sweet little girl. Definitely, I want to say like a mini golden doodle. And she said, I don't know. My dog isn't used to having someone else here. And I don't know what to do. I'm like, you cannot give that dog, look what that dog's already been through. Okay. They obviously did not want this dog because they weren't looking for it. Come to find out 3 weeks later, maybe a month later, I don't see her. I see her and no dogs, nothing. And I said, what happened, sweetie? She said, my little sweetie passed away. And I kept the other dog though. And I drove the dog to Atlanta where my parents live. And it's now my parents' dog. And it's changed my parents' life. They haven't had a dog in years. They're in their 70s and they're like having the best time. Isn't that a beautiful story? Meanwhile, I told her she brought the dog to her parents, came home, and then her dog passed away like a week later. And she's like, I wish I would have saved him, but my parents fell in love and they have the dog now.
Hey, the good thing is there are so many dogs she can rescue.
We would like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. Cafe Bastille originated in Miami, now has a location in downtown Fort Lauderdale for almost 2 years. Located steps from Las Solas and sitting on the canal, I can personally say I frequent there often. Their lattes are wonderful, hot or cold. The velvet pancakes just melt in your mouth. The pommes frites are on point, and the bottomless mimosas for brunch all day long are absolutely fabulous. For more information, please go to cafebastilledowntown.com.
I know. And to live till 17 is beautiful. So I'm sharing that story because the joy that dogs and cats bring into people's lives you don't know it unless you experience it, right? Like you and I haven't had any human children. Our babies are our furries. And, people say, oh, when you have a child, you understand this unconditional love. I've had dogs growing up my whole life, but Oliver's mine and mine alone. And he's my son. Like I see him as my son every night when I go to sleep. I'm like, I kiss him. I'm so grateful for him. And I go to sleep well because he brings all the anxiety out of my head. Because we all know that we have anxiety and the things that we let build up and the fear and everything just for being human,
Without a question, like statistically, emotional support, reduced stress, increased warmth, improved sleep quality, and regular sleep schedule more for you than for me. With cats, you really don't have it, but dogs, without a question. What's for me, increased life quality with pets is really belongings, peace in mind, unconditional love. I wanted to have children my whole life and it just never worked out or it never happened. In my childhood, we had cats outside, but it was not like at that time you didn't bring the cat inside and it was not really your pet. It was more they were there, you took care of them, they lived in the basement or in the potato room right underneath the house. So it was more like what you perhaps have on a ranch when you have the outside cats who eating the mice and things like that.
They're great for that. Mice, roaches, and we had a lot of cats in Jamaica. You say must have pus because they keep everything out. Really, you'll never see a rat, a roach, or a mice when a cat's around. I love that.
Yeah, and then so I didn't have any pets as I came to the United States. And for a long time, I didn't have any pets. And then 10 years ago, I wanted to buy a new cell phone. And I went to the local mall here. And there was the cat adoption room where the local shelter promoted cat adoptions next to T-Mobile. So after I checked out what's available, went to the cat adoption, and I was not planning to adopt a cat at all. But there was this huge oversized, like 20-pound big cat. Nobody wanted the cat, and the cat like barely moved, and
I want that cat too.
I felt so sorry for that cat and for the life quality in this little cage.
Right.
And I'm, okay, I guess it's meant to be. So that was my first cat. And I brought the cat home, Sheba. It was a Russian blue, beautiful cat. And that's really how my journey started off, by not having children, feeling like I have somebody I want to take care of, I have to take care of, I'm responsible for, and having the feeling it's part of me and giving me back the unconditional love and the purpose to get up in the morning. And the structure next to my
Absolutely.
work, next to meeting with friends, next to doing my household and like all the daily things. It kept me going in my bad times. And I realized, and yeah, sometimes I feel like the servant is home and how can I serve you and what can I bring to you? And there's litter and there's poopy and there's throw up, and my life is an adventure now. Every minute there can be something totally different. And I'm grateful for it because it made me definitely a better person. So next to improving my life quality, helping with anxiety and stress and finding inner balance with the workload I have and what I want to do with my life, it helps me really to keep going in a positive way.
That's beautiful.
That I love my life and I love what I do and I feel loved.
We would like to take this moment and break in the episode to thank our sponsors. Robin Lord Law is New Jersey's premier criminal defense attorney for over 2 decades. Robin believes in justice for all and an aggressive legal approach in the courtroom, defending her clients with facts and passion. With an extremely high success rate, Robin has caught a lot of attention in the media with her bold approach in the courtroom and fabulous style. For more information, please contact Robin directly at robinlordlaw.com.
You are loved because I love you. That's all that matters. Just kidding.
And it also makes me it helps me as being the rescuer and the caregiver in me. It helps me to receive back without that somebody is demanding it in the first place. Like the cats, we think they demand, but for them it's totally normal, right? For them it's not a demand.
Right. They're not being opportunists. They're not doing it to receive. They're giving you love because they want to love you. It's their choice to love you. And when a dog or a cat and our furry little ones have a attachment to us, and they know that we're their moms. They know we are their mothers. Okay, we didn't birth them, but for us, we did in the sense that we have to take care of them. We have to feed them. We have to clean up after them. If they don't feel good, we have to really, nurture that. And we want them to feel loved all the time. And we want to give them a home where they feel safe. And for us, that's a great responsibility to have as women that don't have human children. And I too wanted kids for many years and it just didn't work out. And I still, don't count me out. I still have some eggs in there. And it happens. Trust me. Maybe not. But I picked a breed of dogs that tend to live longer than others. So Oliver's half poodle, half mini poodle, and they have a life expectancy of like 17, 18. And my family dog lived till 19. So if I can get 20 years with this guy, oh my God. I mean, maybe he'll get the Guinness Book of World Records and live till 30. What about cats? I don't really know. What's the average? Does it depend on the breed also, or what's the average for a kitty?
All my cats, they are rescues, so they're all mixes. So I don't have any one with a pure breed.
That's good though. The mix live longer.
Yeah. So my oldest one who died, Sheba, died. She was 16.
Wow.
That's my oldest
amazing.
one. I had several younger ones who died. They had liver or lung cancer.
Wow.
Or they died after treatments. One died after a dental treatment, had a horrible
Oh my gosh.
reaction. The other one had a horrible reaction from steroid shot. So I'm not pro steroid shots, but it's depending on the pets, but I wouldn't risk it anymore.
Well, speaking of dental, I got Ollie a dental kit. I'm going to start doing it myself.
Good.
And actually, I got one for Penelope too. So I got the same one for it was Penelope's birthday. That's Oliver's fiance. And I have to send you the video of them last night. It was so funny. And now they have dental kits because it is important to, clean that bacteria. Although they have their own cats and dogs have their own cleaning system within the way that they were built to clean bacteria on their own. It's still good to do that. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, they have the cleaning system from the old days as they were hunting, right?
Right.
So now with the dry food and the wet food coming from the factory, I think that for sure interferes with the natural cleaning system, that they have tartar or they have swollen or infected gums, things like that.
Well, that's why Oliver's wet food is only cooked by me, organic grilled chickens and turkeys and salmon. And his dry food has turmeric and ginger. It's 100% organic, all natural. And my lovely Oscar lived on that food until 19. It's really important what you put in your dog's bodies. I'm not a proponent for, dogs can't eat human food. I talked to Jeff about this baloney. They say that because they want you to spend money on the dog food. Okay. Let's be clear here.
I would think they mean human food like McDonald's.
No, they're saying in general, dogs shouldn't eat human food at all. But think about, like you said, when they were in the wild, cats and dogs, they ate whatever they could to survive. So I think it's really important for anyone listening right now who's on the fence about getting a little kitty, and the stress will go down. You'll sleep better at night. You'll get more exercise, especially with dogs. I walk Oliver 5 times a day. That's great for the cardiovascular. And you also get to meet a lot of new people that maybe you wouldn't meet otherwise because everyone has this community of cats and dogs. So we encourage everyone.
Yeah, let's just talk about it, what I experienced with you. I heard about it before, but with you, I was amazed as you came and we did the first podcast together. How quickly, if you're looking for a partner, are you looking for a date? Are you looking for finding somebody? How quickly you can connect with other dog owners through the dogs. Like I watched you, how you did that with just people passing by. Let's talk a little bit about that. The opportunity, not only having a little furry love bug with you, but also how this brings perhaps you out of your shell and out of feeling lonely and
Absolutely
seeking somebody. What would be like 3 tips you would give somebody who feels lonely, seeking for a partner, but also would like to have a furry baby?
Well, let's be honest. We all know I don't need to come out of my shell any more than I do. Okay.
No.
I'm out.
Yeah,
My shell is okay. I busted that shell
There's
open.
no shell. You have no shell. Are you kidding me?
Exactly. There's a little piece like hanging by a thread over there. But that's a great question. And it's a great way to wrap us up. Is that if someone who's more introverted or is not they don't know how to start a conversation very easily with, let's say, a potential for someone they want to date, or if they're moved into a new building like I did here last year and they didn't know anybody, and you see other dog moms and dads, it's a great way. Literally just walk up. Oh my God, your dog's so cute. Is it a boy or a girl? How old? What's the mix? How did you pick the name? Do you live in the building? Okay. No, you live next door. Did you just move here? There's so many things that can open a conversation. So the tips would be, as a dog parent, approach other dog parents with dogs that your dog gets a good vibe from. Oliver does not get an incredible vibe from every dog. There are some dogs he'll just walk right past, or I'll hear a little, because he's, they're off pheromones too. So make sure that your pet has the same vibe, and you never know what that could lead to, a friendship. I became friends with Ashley, who we had on here, because Oliver and her daughter might be engaged soon. Our little furries are like really hot and heavy, and we have play dates every week. And then Ashley's boyfriend watches the dogs, and we go out and we go to a happy hour. So you can create a lot of different friendships and potential relationships for a significant other by just putting yourself out there with the other dog moms and dads in your neighborhood. So the tips would be, don't be afraid to approach anyone. Make sure your dog is comfortable. You'll feel the vibe from that. And, show interest. You have to also show interest, because people have to feel that vibe that you're interested. If you're, hi, yeah, good morning, what kind of dog? To really show that you're interested in wanting to get to know another dog mom or dad.
How about eye contact?
Eye contact's everything. I always have my glasses on, that, because I think I'm I don't know who I think. I think I'm a local celebrity. So I always have my glasses on, but I'm always speaking directly at people. Always have eye contact. Don't look down when you're talking to someone. It's not nice. It's a little rude. And even if you don't mean it intentionally, try to keep the eye contact and just be your natural self, because when you're genuine, people pick up on that vibe, and then, they're interested in you.
That's perfect.
And I always just throw a little lip gloss on while you're at it. We'll do that right now, actually. Brush your hair, girl. Get out there. Go see those dog dads. There's a lot of them, and they're hot. That's all I have to say.
Ready to mingle.
Single, ready to mingle. Let's do it, ladies. We're going to also have a coaching, guys, for coaching sessions, especially with the holidays coming up. People don't have dates. They're like nervous. What do I do? I really think that Dagmar and I, doesn't matter that, she's been divorced, or, I've been engaged a few times and never got married. It's the experience we have. Okay. We're older now. We have experience that we'd like to share with you. So we really can give some coaching classes on dating too. And you can find us on our website, ProblemSolvHer.com, no E on solve, on Instagram at ProblemSolvHer, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, subscribe. And we love you.
We love you.
And
we see you. We hear you. We love you.
Love you, Daggy.
Love you too. Bye.
God bless. And
just a quick note before we end. This conversation is for inspiration and empowerment only. It's not medical, mental health, or legal advice. We are not doctors, therapists, or lawyers. Just women sharing real stories and personal truth. Always seek professional guidance for your unique situation.